going on, people? Welcome back to Cheeky Sport. My name is Frank.
My name's Tariq.
And welcome to the brand new show, the FT Show.
The full-time show. This is a new show we've got on Cheeky Sport, where we're going to be talking all things football. You're going to let us know what you want us to talk about, what you want us to do. It's just going to be a great show.
And as you can see, we got our first guest here, man like Lives Ledge. You may recognise his face from AFTV.
Thank you for having me, guys.
How's the Arsenal life treating you?
You know, right now it's a bit stressful right now.
Yeah.
I don't want to shake your hand. Anyways.
Listen, I don't know why you're kissing the badge. Yours is getting...
Emery in, I'm getting the banner out.
Nothing to be proud about there.
In, shameless season, Emery in.
Nothing to be proud about there, you know. Spurs trophy list.
I think it's very hard for...
Audi Cup, only the greats win that.
What greats?
Audi Cup, only the greats win that.
Oh yeah, listen, the fact that he just said that, we're going to leave that at that and we're going to get on to the first topic.
If you follow us on socials, you would have seen a debate we had during the week. It said rank these Premier League wingers based on their time in the Premier League. We have Eden Hazard, Mohamed Salah, my boy Gareth Bale, and Alexis Sanchez.
I noticed how you put Sanchez last there.
What did I say? I said Gareth Bale first, just because he's beast. Like, he's the fastest, the strongest, better at shooting. He's just the most elite player out of all of them. Then I put Hazard next because he won the Premier League. Salah because of his prolific season 2 seasons ago with Liverpool, and Alexis Sanchez last because as much as he was a great player, we're talking about other great players here. What about you?
So with what I went for Eden Hazard first, I went for Mohamed Salah second, I went for Alexis Sanchez third, and then I went for Gareth Bale fourth. And the reason behind that is what has he done in the Premier League? What has he done? That's what
has Sanchez done in the Premier League?
Sanchez, let me get into the stats. I'll get into the stats and then we'll...
Stats is not what you've done in the Premier League. Realistically, Gareth Bale in his last season was better than all these players. Right. When he left, he was the third best player in the world.
Okay. He just was. Bring up the stats for Gareth Bale in his last year.
I'll bring up the stats for Gareth.
I
can't do it just in the last year. I've got what I've got here. He won the PFA Players Player of the Year.
In his last season though?
No, this was his last season. Yeah, this was his last season.
So you've got stats for his last season?
No, this is all-time Premier League. Okay, it's all-time Premier League. He won the PFA Players Player of the Year the season before he left, 2012-13.
Yeah. Because he also beast that season.
One season.
What we need.
146 Premier League appearances, 43 Premier League goals, and 31 Premier League assists.
You have to understand.
Based on
You
that,
have to understand the context. You have to understand the context of those stats. The Tottenham team he inherited when he was quite young, coming from left back to left mid, it's different from the Chelsea team Eden Hazard had, or the Liverpool team Salah has right now, and the Sanchez team the Arsenal team that Sanchez had.
If we're being fair, Gareth Bale was a left back at first. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Starting left back.
Is that enough to warrant going first?
Yeah, not first. It's not, because he only peaked 10 to 11 season. You know when Harry Redknapp.
Exactly, and I think he only had
that game against Inter. From then he just went forward. He never looked back.
I feel like those seasons were good enough to warrant him being first.
No.
Because that type of player that we saw, as good as Alexis Sanchez was he that Bale player? Yeah. That Bale player that you saw in his last season, picking up the ball like 90th minute, sticking it top bins 3-4 games in a row. Sanchez wasn't doing that. He was a great player.
Sanchez was in the FA Cup final, slapping a goal in.
We can't use that.
What?
We can't use FA Cup. It's just literally Premier League appearances and Premier League appearances alone. So we can't say nothing about Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. I think it was Carling Cup at the time. But
the Arsenal team that
Premier League is just going to be a bit.
But that's the question.
You've got to be diverse.
That's the question. It's Premier League appearances and Premier League appearances alone. That's what makes it so open for debate.
Cool. So how many goals is it?
So Alexis Sanchez's stats were, yes, he didn't win the league, which is why I didn't put him anywhere near that first place spot. And that's why I believe Hazard has won this, purely because he's the only player to have won the Premier League. And he did it twice.
He's got 62 Premier League goals in
154 Premier League appearances, 62 Premier League goals, and 32 Premier League assists. And as well as that, he was instrumental in helping Arsenal to an 81-point runners-up finish the season that Leicester won the league. So that was 2015.
Would you want a medal for that?
Huh?
Blue Peter badge for being runners-up?
Listen, you need a medal at this point. You actually need a medal.
We got the Audi Cup.
But this is what I'm saying. This is why I had trouble choosing between Salah and Hazard. Not Hazard. Salah and Sanchez. Salah's not at the time. But in the time,
he's got better stats.
That's what I'm saying. And he, first of all, how Liverpool didn't win that season, that will never happen again. And team will never get that many points and not win the league ever again.
For me, I'll put Salah ahead of Sanchez.
That's what I've done. Stats. That's what I've done.
But as a footballer, I'll rather Sanchez in terms of ability when Sanchez.
I would even rather Salah still.
Nah, Alexis Sanchez on his day at Arsenal, in terms of ability.
But Salah on his day is better than Sanchez on his day.
No, but I'm talking about in terms of ability. If I'm a coach or if I'm a scout, I'm looking at talent, if I'm looking at natural ability, and I look at both of them, without what they've done, I'll look at Sanchez and go, yeah, he's more talented. But Salah's more efficient. Salah's more of the goal scorer.
Salah's got the stats as well. I mean, we look at this. He's a 2-time Premier League goal boot winner, first of all. So he's getting the goals. He helped Liverpool to a 97-point runners-up finish. Yeah, that's an impact yet alone.
But being honest though, he was under Klopp. You know, Klopp's arguably the best manager in the world.
And
right now.
we could say this team is. He's probably had the best team out of the other three. In my opinion,
100%.
Even when Chelsea won the league with Hazard, I don't think they were a better team as Liverpool. So you have to take those things into consideration.
Continuing on, however, he won the PFA Players Player of the Year in the 2017-18 season. 98 Premier League appearances, 62 Premier League goals, and 27 Premier League assists. That's close to a goal a game. Close. It's not there, but that's close to a goal.
Not taking anything away from
If he
Salah.
wins this league, if he wins the league this season, then
if he wins the league this season, then he jumps over Hazard.
I'm not taking nothing away from Salah, but people need to understand that whole system under Klopp is made for him to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Without the system of Klopp, the man couldn't produce all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
if you put Salah at Arsenal under Unai Emery's system, Salah's gonna be,
Salah's gonna look like Pepe.
Yeah, do you know what I'm trying to say? Seriously.
He's gonna wear his Ozil costume.
He wants as many things as he possibly can.
You can't
as many things as he possibly can.
No, it could happen to any of your players though. Like with Pochettino, the system at Spurs suits Kane. The best.
But they play better without him.
That's do you know why they play better without him? Because Kane, Lucas does the things Kane doesn't.
Because
Pochettino
Pochettino and Southgate play two different systems.
Yeah,
and Kane bangs for England as well. So what's your
but the same system. No, but the system at England as well is everything's through Kane. You know what I mean? Kane's the main man.
They use wide players on.
Yeah, but they're getting into Kane. They're using it to get into Kane.
But Kane's the main man.
Yeah, but the difference is
I would do that too if I had the best striker.
Yeah, but the difference.
On my team.
Listen to me.
I'm not even gonna buy it.
Listen to me. The difference with Spurs is with Lucas Moura playing starting for them instead of Kane. Is Lucas does the things Kane doesn't want to do. Lucas likes to make runs in behind. Lucas likes to look for the gap.
With that, you sacrifice a lot.
Yeah, but Kane at Spurs, he wants to drop in. He's always the man dropping in. Always to receive the ball.
But it used to be...
He's always doing that, linking up with Kane, Son. That's how Pochettino plays with Kane. That's how he likes to get the best out of Kane. Hence, Kane gets all these goals. Because he's got your Sons and your Dele Alli.
Goals because he's a prolific goal scorer.
Yeah, but how? Playing under the system.
No.
Kane, I don't think Kane can play under any system and still get the same goals.
No, I agree.
I don't think he can.
Of course he can.
I don't think he can.
Of course. So you're saying Kane's only getting these goals under Pochettino?
Under a system that suits him, which is like with many
I disagree.
Truly, and that's for me. That's what separates.
Imagine Kane's in Liverpool's City's team where De Bruyne is spamming boxes into the ball. But Sterling's wide.
The way Kane plays, City, he I don't know how he could play under Pep City.
Of course he
can. Because with Aguero always makes runs in behind.
Bro, the way Firmino plays, even the way Firmino plays with Liverpool, dropping deep, letting the wide players come in. Said Kane drops.
Firmino for me is a way better footballer than Kane though.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. I think Firmino can make them runs. Firmino can make them runs in behind. Firmino's a baller, you can see. You know what I mean? He's got.
I'd much rather Kane.
And this is why I say
Kane's a bit. He can be stopped. I don't fear Kane. It's just if you give him the time and space.
You fear Kane because when he comes to Emirates, he will score and he will make you cry.
This kid.
What do you mean? He's only been scoring at penalties that he didn't win.
I know.
Penalties that he didn't win. You know what I mean? So was Son or someone that's winning.
This is why I say
when you see him stepping up for the penalty, you're thinking, one day.
I can take that, bro.
You know Kane's not missing.
Yeah, because he probably spends that 4 hours in the training.
We're getting a little bit off topic here. I don't know where Harry Kane's coming to this, but he has nevertheless. We've got one more player to talk about, and that's Eden Hazard. Now the stats here I've got here: a 2-time Premier League winner, the only player on the list to have won the Premier League. He was the PFA Players Player of the Year in 2014-15. 245 Premier League appearances, 85 Premier League goals, and 61 Premier League assists. Now, I want to get back onto the point about Gareth Bale right now. Bale has not got more goals than any of them, and on top of that, he only beats Alexis Sanchez. No, he only beats Mohamed Salah to assists, and he's played 50 more games.
But taking all the other things that we've just spoken about into consideration, the team that Salah's in compared to Bale. Imagine Bale in his last season.
Alexis Sanchez, the team who's at Arsenal.
Nah, but even the team he was at Arsenal, when he was at Arsenal, was better than the Tottenham team. Don't forget, it's only been like the last...
Yeah, but look, 14 to 15 season, we were still a shambles. Yeah?
He was better than we was. He was better than we was when Bale was there. 2012, 2013 season.
How? But you got to the Champions League that year. You got top 4.
You're still better than us.
But you still got top 4.
You still had a better team and a better squad than us.
Yeah, but...
All I'm saying, Bale...
Actually, I don't know, you know. I can't lie. I think that Spurs, the 11 to 12 side or the 12 to 13 side?
12 to 13.
Because there was a time...
The season that Bale won the PFA?
Yeah, I guess last season.
You lot had a solid squad. You lot had Modric in midfield, Van der Vaart...
Modric had gone. Modric had gone.
Was he not? No, 12 to 13 was there, wasn't he?
No, Modric had gone.
Oh, 11 to 12 was his first,
yeah.
Bro, he was saving us. He was saving.
Did he? I'm not sure. Let me check that.
No, Modric has gone.
Are you sure about
I'm
that?
sure. I'm 100% sure that Modric had gone. Modric had gone by that last season. But what we want to know from you, obviously, me and Tariq have said what we've got to say. But what do you think? In order, if you was to put them from 1 to 4, who would go where? Starting off with 4th.
Yeah, he was gone. You're right.
He was gone.
Oh yeah, started off 12.
Did say.
Yeah.
Did say you just wasted your own time.
I was like to check.
But yeah, 4th place. Who are you putting 4th? Take a look at this.
Gareth Bale, man. Unfortunately.
Thank you. We've got another one that makes sense. 3rd. This is my list that he's looking at, by the way. So he's
his biased list from an Arsenal fan.
No, but if I was biased, then I would have put Sanchez first, surely.
No, because you know that's there's bias. There's been bias, and then there's been pathetic.
But Sanchez did more than Bale.
85 Premier League goals in 245 Premier League appearances. And what? This is since he's left.
This is only his time in the Premier League.
So since last season.
Sorry.
Since he's left.
Since he's left.
But it's kind of unfair because he's been longer than.
Yeah, but again, it's open for debate. You can say whatever you want. The only reason I've put Hazard first, if it wasn't for the fact that he's won Premier Leagues, Mohamed Salah would have gone first for me.
To be fair though, it's kind of mad how Alexis Sanchez 62 Premier League goals, behind Eden Hazard, who's on 85 Premier League goals, and Eden Hazard has been there for what, 2 more seasons? Should I say 12 to 13, 13 to 14? Yeah.
Yeah,
so 2 more seasons. He's had 2 more seasons over him, yeah? So potentially that could be like what, 20 goals each for Alexis Sanchez in them seasons. So that's an extra 40 goals. So if you add Alexis Sanchez to 62 Premier League goals to another 40 goals, what do we have there? We've got like 102 goals.
Yeah.
But we need Hazard's 85 Premier League.
We need a decision because we're running a bit over now. Who's going 3rd? It's a hard question, isn't it? It's a very hard question. Do you want to phone a friend? 50-50?
You know what? I'll give it to Alexis Sanchez.
Okay, fair enough. And then 2nd?
Eden Hazard.
So that leaves Mohamed Salah first.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Stats are too ridiculous.
I mean, he's got
too
a point.
much. The stats are just insane. Like 98 Premier League appearances, 62 Premier League goals, 27 Premier League assists, and what he's only kicked on since what, 17 to 18 season.
Yeah.
Not taking away anything from Salah, like all banners, like not taking anything away from Salah, but I feel like out of the 4, he's just been the most privileged in the squad he's had. Like obviously the season he had 2 seasons.
Same with Chelsea. Same with Hazard at Chelsea. He was privileged. Like he had Matic doing all the dirty work. You know what I mean? Hazard never used to track back like that.
Okay, fair enough. Well, listen, guys, that's exactly what we thought. Down in the comments, let us know. In what order would you put those 4 players? Gareth Bale, Alexis Sanchez, Mohamed Salah, Eden Hazard. So, moving on, it is time to talk about the dreaded international break. Well, dreaded for some. Me and Livs haven't actually minded it because Arsenal...
I don't mind it, but it's still, you like Premier League, you like Match of the Day as much as you're
Arsenal have been a little bit shambolic and the international break couldn't have come at a better time for us. We're going to be taking a look at some of the results. Firstly, starting off with the England games. So we're looking at England 7, Montenegro 0. Now, I was at that game. We played fantastically, but... it was only Montenegro.
Trust me.
It's only Montenegro. Now, I've never been so sick in my life of cheering a certain individual.
What, the boy that
Harry
got a hat-trick?
Kane, man got a hat-trick and I had to cheer.
Yeah.
I
would do it if I was
I know. I'm as shocked as you. I'm as shocked as you. It was just instinct. It was my first international game, so I was just happy to be there, first of all. But to go to your first international game and watch your team win 7-0, that's great. Then, obviously, the next game after that was the Kosovo match. We won 4-0, but we was not great at all.
Yeah, it wasn't convincing.
We was trash. I think it got to the point where I didn't even realise we'd scored 2 goals at one point.
Yeah.
And
then I think towards the end, it's like then they started scoring. They got 2 quick fire.
That's what I'm saying. I can't remember the minute they scored the second goal in, but I remember going out of the room for like 5 minutes, not looking at the score when I came back, and then when we lose for full time, I didn't realise.
Who scored the second goal?
Huh?
Who scored the second?
Who scored the second goal? Was it? I think it was Rashford. I think it was one that Rashford scored.
Rashford, yeah, Sterling assist. For me, Sterling's their main piece. Without Sterling, England are finished. For me.
I mean, they won 7-0 without him.
Against Montenegro, like.
Yeah, but that was through unforeseen circumstances. To be fair, I mean,
if we look as well in the competition, look what Sterling was doing in the World Cup.
Yeah, it's true.
Sterling is their best player.
Around him.
Without Raheem Sterling, he can score goals, he can create.
He's just
he's
going to be a Ballon d'Or winner in a couple of years, man.
Sterling?
I think so.
You think
but
so?
I feel like what's stopping him is City not even that, City not doing it in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Because I feel like, I guess so. But I feel like with the whole City Champions League stuff, it's like, that's a big thing because it's like, City are just not doing it in the Champions League.
I can't compare Mbappe and Sterling.
Because Mbappe is that good.
No, they're different players for me. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
Sterling is more of a.
I'm talking like who's going to stop Sterling from winning the Ballon d'Or.
Yeah,
they are very different players.
Mbappe is like a proper forward. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sterling can play in the 10th.
Yeah.
I think he's the closest thing to Thierry Henry we've seen in a very long time.
Yeah, they've got that. He's got that young Henry-esque in it. I know.
This is why I'm so gassed.
From Monaco.
This is why I'm so gassed about him.
Also, think was meant to sign it, but it didn't happen.
Listen, where have we heard that before? I'm pretty sure if we looked at the start 11 of players that Arsene Wenger could have signed, we would have won the Champions League at least 4 times.
100%.
This is what I'm saying. But yeah, that was the England results. I'm going to look through some of the bigger European teams. You've got the likes of Portugal beating Lithuania 6-0. The game after
Ronaldo stat padding.
Ronaldo.
My God, Ronaldo. I'm completely split on this Messi-Ronaldo debate.
Messi always, all day, every day.
I can't choose.
Let's be real now, yeah. See these teams that Ronaldo plays, yeah?
Yeah.
Majority of them are ranked outside the top 100
Facts.
countries in FIFA. Messi's majority of his goals are against teams that are ranked inside the top 80 of the world. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if Messi had obviously it's unfortunate Messi's not playing against the teams that Ronaldo.
Especially because there's always things going on with Argentina and that you hear about, like the coaching and all of the manager stuff. Do you remember there was one time all the players went to the press conference together talking about obviously the way the club's been run. It's like everyone always likes to use the argument of, but Ronaldo's done it with his country, but like Portugal are just much more of a team than Argentina are.
Yeah.
But we look at the next question I've got here is of course they're reigning European champions. Have they got a chance this Euros?
And you can't say innit, because
I can't lie, they've got a way better chance than they've had before. Like that year when they won the Euros, they shouldn't have won it that year.
Oh no! Do you know what? I remember
their squad now was so strong.
And then Ronaldo turned into a manager. That was literally like watching Football Manager come to life. Like literally, man was on the touchline, full kit. Just acting like he was.
He wanted to win. He knew.
Yeah, I know, man. But
you know what it is? I feel like they've got a stronger squad now, anyways.
Yeah, definitely.
But
Bruno Fernandes.
They got
that Ricardo, that
Leicester right back, top fullback.
He's a top.
They got Cancelo.
You know what? Yeah,
Bernardo
Silva, William Carvalho sitting. They've more of a balance now.
Nah, they've got, and then obviously Ronaldo is like.
He's a striker now. Back then he had that winger role.
But he's always got that presence. You know that if you stick it in the box 90 minutes,
Ronaldo!
he probably will score a header. He'll be quiet the whole game and probably will score a penalty in the last minute because that's what Ronaldo does.
It is.
Do you know what I mean?
So are we saying we don't know?
Oh, Euros will be interesting, but then again there is always France.
But this is exactly
France are favourites for me.
This is exactly what I was going to
say. For me, France
I think they are the favourites, but they did the other night. They struggled against Moldova. Moldova won.
You know why? See France. They're very good. They're very good when the pressure's on. But when the pressure is off, they're just buff. You know what I mean? They're buff. They don't really. You know what I mean? But when the pressure is on, they turn up like that. Like in the World Cup, that game against Argentina, they showed like. For me, Mbappe won them the World Cup. For me,
that guy.
Mbappe single-handedly won them the World Cup.
He was bodying.
He showed individual brilliance when his team needed him.
Yeah.
When everyone was below par, he said, "Forget this."
And to do that at such a young age as well, was like, and he seemed to be playing like with no fear in that. He seemed to be playing with no fear, like this is like he's playing with his friends and that. It's like if I was his age playing in the World Cup, the biggest stage that you could play on, I'll be nervous, fam.
He's sliding, he's scoring, sliding, doing this. He doesn't care.
Man, he's gonna.
That's
win
what
the
you
Ballon
talk
d'Or.
about, generational.
He's gonna win the Ballon d'Or, but the question is, will he be the next person to win the Ballon d'Or? Will he win the Ballon d'Or this coming?
I feel like Messi's got it for maybe like another 2 years.
For another 2 years?
Yeah, man. Trust me, man. Trust
me.
me.
Because Mbappe's coming close.
I feel Messi's got.
Depends
Wait
on
a minute,
stats.
actually, because Modric won it last year, didn't he?
Yeah, but because Croatia went to the final.
Yeah.
But it depends on
Real Madrid
stats.
won the Champions
For
League.
Mbappe to
Croatia
win,
got to
No,
the
I
final.
did. Oh yeah, they won it.
for Mbappe to win, it depends on stats and also how well PSG do in Europe.
Insane,
Yeah,
man. His
but
stats
he's
are
got
insane.
he's got to have that.
Talking
with
about
the
stats, have you
Champions-
seen
with
that
the-
Haaland's guy's
with the-
stats?
with the Champions League.
Oh God,
That
Haaland.
guy's stats are so fake, bro. Those are career mode when you play on
But
amateur,
you know
just keep scoring.
But look at the stats he's playing. Look at the league he's playing.
It's true, it's true.
Yeah.
Mbappe, if he
But
wants to
still,
win,
stats is like.
yeah, but Mbappe, if he wants to win the Ballon d'Or, he's got to get the stats
Did
on
you
top,
just say if
and he's gonna win the.
did-
He's got to win the Champions League.
Did you just say stats are stats? Where was that energy when we was talking about Bell? Huh? Where was that energy when we was talking about Bell?
Busted!
Obviously, it's football.
Tottenham fans
You
win.
pick and choose when to use stats. We all know this.
Spurs
We
fans
all
win,
know
man.
this. We all know this.
Okay, fair
So
enough.
what made you want to support Spurs?
Jermaine Defoe.
He's serious. He's a gunner as well. He knows Arsenal fan.
He's an Arsenal fan, you know. Yeah,
Jermaine Defoe's
No,
auntie.
actually
You know
is.
Jermaine
No, I
Defoe's
know.
auntie worked at my school. She was an English teacher at my school.
I know.
Yeah, Miss Joseph. You know what I mean? And she told us from young, because I used to like Defoe. She used to tell us from young, he's an Arsenal fan.
I'm Robbie King. As well, his celebration.
Never liked Robbie Keane. He's
Okay.
a good player,
Great player.
but he always, every time he always turned up against us, isn't it?
Yeah, of course.
Which annoyed me.
He used to love Arsenal and Chelsea.
Oh,
Chelsea
he loved
used to be
Chelsea.
his team.
Then he moved to Spurs. Then he moved to Liverpool,
Yeah.
and he scored
That
against
was
us at the Emirates.
But
There you go.
moving on.
Yeah,
Obviously,
that goal as well.
What was this? Jermaine Defoe.
No,
Robbie
Robbie
Keane.
Keane when he was at Liverpool,
That's
they
what
played
that
Arsenal at Emirates
Can't
1-1.
think off the top of my head right now.
I think it was 08-09 season, isn't it? 2008, 2009 season.
I'll have a look later.
Nice
I'll have a
ball,
look
I think,
later.
from Alonso or
Yeah,
Gerrard.
I think it was
The
Alonso.
ball was bouncing, he just smacked
Slapped
it
it.
into the roof of the net. Had Almunia bamboozled.
Fair enough. Well, listen, got to get back on topic now. Obviously, France played a little bit better in that game against Albania. The Griezmann show. Oh, Griezmann.
I don't know.
Griezmann.
Griezmann's one of them ones. Yeah, I don't know if we should have went Barca. You know,
I think
Because
it was
feel
way
like-
too late. Way too late.
I don't think
This
it was-
move should have happened 2-3 years ago.
It's true. Do you know when we signed Sanchez, we was meant to sign Griezmann, but
Say that
apparently...
again.
No,
There
no,
we go.
no,
Here we go.
no,
That's
no,
another
no,
one.
no, this is not from Arsene Wenger's mouth, this is what Griezmann said himself. He goes,
I remember.
I was
yeah,
meant
I
to
saw this.
sign that season, but they chose Alexis Sanchez instead of me. Which,
Alexis
I can't
Sanchez
lie.
has
In
so-
hindsight,
Yeah.
had that? Would you have rather looking
Can't
back
lie,
at what's happened?
we made the right decision. At
We
that
made the
time,
right decision. I agree. I
Sanchez
just want to
was
see
right.
what you thought.
We just shouldn't have. I don't know why we let him go.
Because he was causing trouble.
But no,
That was
he,
causing
no, you know
trouble.
what it was? Under Emery right now, I feel like he will fit with Aubameyang.
He would, but
like he would love them players. You know what I mean?
he would thrive.
He would love them
He would
players.
absolutely
Alexis was a winner. He wanted to win, innit? I
No,
can't
he
stop
didn't.
that.
He didn't want to win. He
He
wanted.
didn't
He
wanna
wanted 500 grand a week.
No,
That's
no,
why he
no.
went to Manchester
No,
United.
He wanted to win, and he said, "I can't win at Arsenal right now."
So he went to
Who have-
United. What was the thought process?
Because
behind
he
it?
thought Man United was trying to spend. Remember at that time he wasn't spending. He thought he looked
I'm
at
sure you had
United.
the opportunity to go to City as well.
Yeah, he did. He did. But
Well,
then
who
City,
picked
they
City?
offered more. They offered more money than City. He should have went City. But then they offered more money than City. You know what I
Are
mean?
we gonna go
And
into the?
he was
squad?
looking at it in a way where, look, Alexis Sanchez, he didn't want to. He wasn't winning nothing at Arsenal. He looked at United and City as the two major teams that looking like they're going to win something or try challenge. You know what I mean? They're the two teams with the most resources. So then obviously it was like a tug of war between City and United came in with a better offer for him, his family, his agent, etc.
500 grand
Yeah.
a week
Would you, if you were Sanchez, would you reject that?
Yeah.
Would you?
at Arsenal. If I was myself, yeah. Because I love Arsenal that much.
What about you?
Also, I'm taking that. 500 bags.
Spurs, what, to leave Spurs?
No,
Go to
not
United.
to Spurs.
Oh, so now it's different, isn't
Not
it?
to
Now it's different. This is
You
what.
Obviously,
know
if
what?
Arsenal-
You're not
Arsenal
saying
for
this
free.
because they're not in a position. But when you get that phone call and the agent says, "Shall I confirm this check?"
Nah.
I know he'll be. I know he'll be in his house.
I'll be
I'm
doing Mr.
sacking him
Krabs.
on that
He'll be in
phone.
his house. I can confirm that deal.
Nah, never. I could never do that. Listen,
Frankie.
loyalty is a very important thing to me. So,
Frankie Hastings on 500k at United, he'll love it. He'll be there at conferences smiling like, yeah.
I would have to start.
But I don't know what he'll
He'll
do.
be playing piano as
No,
well.
but don't know what he'll do. This is what he'll do. His first, but don't know what he'll do. His first press conference is like, first of all, I'd like to thank Arsenal Football Club.
just
For giving me the
Like, for
opportunity.
giving me the opportunity to be where I am
fully
right now.
kiss up to Arsenal, 100%.
He wouldn't do that.
Nah. I wouldn't see myself leaving Arsenal. But I'm not in
I
this
didn't come
situation.
for the money. I just came because I wanted to win things.
No. I just wanted a new challenge. I feel like I've been at Arsenal for many years.
I was moving like Van Persie.
Moving
like Van Persie. The boy inside me was screaming Manchester United.
He'll be vilified.
Arsenal will always be in my heart.
He'll be vilified for that.
No.
Van Persie got that conference so wrong. He disrespected
the boy inside me was screaming Manchester United. That was the worst thing he could have said.
Disrespect.
The worst thing that he ruined his chance of getting a statue. He ruined his chance of getting a statue.
Regardless, he ruined his chance of getting a statue by even going to United.
The whole situation.
Of course.
By going to
You
United.
can't go to any Premier League team and get. I don't think you can go to any Premier League team and get a statue at your club.
Imagine Lampard in 2009 coming to Arsenal.
That would be mad. Can you imagine?
How would the Chelsea fans called him a legend? No way.
But you can say that. But Petit went to Chelsea from Arsenal.
Yeah, but he went from Barcelona.
Okay, so
and Petit was past the prime when he went there.
I want to pose the same question for Fabregas.
He's not a legend.
You don't think he's a legend?
Of course not.
Why?
Far from a legend. He turned his back on us when we needed him the most. You know what I mean?
he went to
no,
Barcelona.
it doesn't matter. He showed doesn't matter. I was there them times through them speculation through the World Cup. And he's there in 2010 World Cup with his Spanish players forcing a Barcelona shirt and he's allowing it. And he's there smiling while the shirt is there. He's letting guys like Pepe Reina, who's a Liverpool player at that time. You know what I mean? Pepe Reina.
I don't understand.
Pepe Reina, who plays for Liverpool.
I don't understand.
He's letting him put a Barca shirt on him. Disrespect to the club that gave him.
I don't understand how you can.
That gave him everything. No, he's not a legend. He's not a legend. He's not a legend because he said to Arsenal and Arsene Wenger, "If you don't sell me to Barcelona, I am going to go on strike." And what happened? He put a 5 million his 5 million bonus that the club owed him. He put that back to the table and he said, "Take that. I just want to go on my move."
Man wanted to go to Barcelona.
Doesn't matter.
That's why I don't blame him.
Okay, but look at the difference between Ronaldo and Fabregas. When Cristiano Ronaldo wanted to leave Man United,
he wanted to stay another season.
Yeah, Fergie said no. You're gonna stay one more season and then you're gonna leave. And he said, "Okay."
But no one says no to Fergie rules.
No one says no to Fergie.
But that's the difference.
That's the difference.
But that's the difference in Arsene Wenger and Fergie. You know what I mean?
No, Fergie says you stay.
But that's what we should have done with Fabregas.
Listen, once again, we're getting off topic.
End of the day, Fabregas not Arsenal legend. I don't want to hear it. He will never be. He was a great servant. He gave us good years, but he will never, ever be a legend at my club.
Means
never.
We'll discuss this off camera. But ultimately, what did you guys make of this international break? What team was you supporting? Who's going to win the Euros? And speaking of Euros, let's get into the next topic.
On the topic of the Euros, we're gonna take a deeper look into England's squad and who you think should be taken, who you think should be in the starting lineup for next year's Euros. This season, I mean this international break, he chose Henderson, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Sterling, Barkley, Stones, Delph, my boy Harry Kane, Danny Rose, Rashford, Tom Heaton, Trippier, Maguire, Winks, Pickford, Abraham, Gomez, Alexander-Arnold, Pope, Chilwell, Sancho, Rice, Wilson, Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Mings, Maddison, and Tomori. Do you think that's fair enough? Do you think he missed out anyone?
Yeah.
Who?
Jamie Vardy.
No, but Jamie Vardy said he's not playing for us.
He's retired.
He's been forced to retire. You think he wanted to retire?
You think
Jamie Vardy doesn't want to play for his country?
He's
been told by Gareth Southgate, "I'm trying to play the younger players." So he's basically told him, "Sorry mate, you're too old. Like, I'm giving the younger players."
I can't agree with that.
He's Gareth Southgate's come out and said this.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'll show you right now.
That's paper
talk.
We don't have to worry about that now.
Anyways, for me, Jamie Vardy is their best striker for me. He's England's best striker for me. He's leading the Premier League. He's leading.
The way you've just hurt him, yeah.
I've always said Vardy is better than Kane for me.
Alright,
always been my preference.
Right, that's not what we're talking about though. We're going to talk.
Who else do you think they missed out? I think they missed out Jack Grealish. I think I rate him so high. For example, someone like Fabian Delph. I understand why he's in it a bit of strength.
But he's versatile as well. He's versatile.
Delph's good to have there. Delph is a very good squad player.
Exactly.
100%. Lead as well.
Exactly.
Very good leader.
What about
Barkley, I don't know why he's there.
Bro, I don't like when he plays for England. Like, I just feel like
that's where I would have put Grealish. I would have swapped them too.
Definitely.
But you know what it is? I feel like with England, I feel like Barkley plays that deeper role. like that centre mid deeper role.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? But naturally at Everton he was a number 10. Same with Grealish, they're 10s, Maddison 10s. You know what I mean?
But
so it's like how are these 10s, these attacking midfielders gonna mature their game and play in a deeper role? Like Kevin De Bruyne, Santi Cazorla, David Silva, all 10s. All matured and went into
a Southgate's just getting it all wrong, playing the pivot roles. Rice and Henderson, like both of them, like don't have the.
I don't rate either of them. I mean,
but Rice is a good footballer.
No, but like not for what Southgate wants him to do.
I don't know what he offers.
Okay, look,
I don't know what he offers.
Okay, this is what he offers. I'll tell you with Declan Rice. You know when I clocked Declan Rice, for me, I liked him last season when we lost. I was at the game when we lost to West Ham, 1-0. Number one, people forget he's a centre back. Yeah, Warner Bourne. He's a natural centre back, number one, but he's a ball playing centre back. So when you're a natural ball-playing centre-back, you automatically get told, you know, why not drop him in midfield? You know what I mean? Why not have that, play him in that holding role? You know what I mean? But with Declan Rice, his potential, he's got the ability, he's got
to do what? Cool.
He's good on the ball. Okay, he's good on the ball. He needs the right coaching. That's what it is. Right now.
Okay, how do you think he can go like?
Under Klopp, under Pep, his game can go through the roof.
Okay, into like where could he improve? Because for me, I see him as someone that can get the ball. Maybe pass it to each fullback and then go back into space. Get the ball, pass it to the fullback. That's as much as
what he can do. Wait, how
I don't think he can drive. I don't think he can make that killer pass. No, but I'm just saying.
He's young. He's the DM though. He's not meant to play
okay, so bro, where can he improve?
For me, he's a centre back and a defensive midfielder.
Okay, where can he improve?
Break and play down.
Yeah, where can he improve?
He's reading of the game. But that's going to come with time and coaching.
And remember, we've got.
It's not going to come overnight.
We've got a very minor time aspect because remember, we've still got months till the Euros, so we've got to take into consideration the time aspect.
Is that West Ham?
Happen in 6 months, but judged on based purely on now, who do you think? Let's go start 11 to save doing the full 24 man. I'm going to go for a 4-3-3 with the holding centre.
Obviously. Goalkeeper Jordan Pickford. I feel like he's got his spots.
Yeah,
right back.
That's our weakest position. That's our weakest position, goalkeeper. Because I don't think Pickford's overly that great.
I don't think he's that great. But it's like who else?
He'll do.
Pickford's got heart. He's got character.
I say that, but I think that whole defence is a problem. Maybe not the right back spot.
I feel like Gomez. I feel like they should start Gomez.
I feel like Gomez.
I'm a big fan of Gomez.
His natural. I'm assuming that his natural centre-back pairing will be John Stones and Harry Maguire.
Yeah.
But if you think Joe Gomez should be in, who do you think he should take out?
I think
Stones.
Okay,
Stones,
I agree.
Easy,
okay,
easy.
I
because Maguire's that one that will drive. Gomez is the one that will stay there.
Yeah. And Gomez got a bit of pace, you know, to like cover Maguire's his mistakes and that.
With Stones, it's like
Stones
he makes mistakes as well.
Yeah, he's got headless sometimes.
Does Rob get a shout in the squad? Not starting, but in the squad in general.
Holding.
In the squad in general, yeah.
Yeah, but he's got a, like
not starting.
Rob Holding last season, the way he was going on until he got injured.
That was the worst possible time he could have got injured because you could see how good this kid is.
So good, but now
delayed him so bad.
Yeah, now obviously he's had a bit of bad games, but I feel like he still needs a bit more time. But under Unai Emery, I don't think it will help. So yeah, definitely him and Chambers. I can see some future. They can make the squad.
Left back, I feel like Chilwell's got his spot. This international break, this guy's just been getting assists, putting on the
board. Chilwell is a top fullback.
Yeah, he's.
I remember who was interested in him like 2-3 seasons ago. He was
young. You lot are moving like Man United, interested in.
We was. I used to look at this.
It's just a situation of players that we could have signed again.
But you know what it is? At that time, no one knew who he was. I was saying, why are we signing a youngster from Leicester? Is he any good? But then I'm looking at him now, I'm like, wow, imagine we had signed him times, you know what I mean? Because at the time, it was interesting when he was at 17, 18, you know what I mean? And he wasn't established.
But maybe we would have got Tierney. Tierney's brilliant.
I think he's better than Tierney right now.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Tierney will be better.
Tierney will be better, but right now Chilwell's better.
Yeah, Chilwell right now, yeah.
I agree. Alright, cool. So that's defence.
Okay, let's say 4-3-3. The deepest player, I think it has to be Harry Winks. Because in terms,
and this is not me saying that I don't want him to be there.
You've seen how Winks has. How Winks has come into this side, these two games, and like, you can see the difference in the midfield from the last international break where he was just persistent with this Henderson Rice thing and everything was just so stiff. With Winks, he gives you that more mobility. He gets around the pitch.
Winks is a baller. I rate Winks.
I think he has to be the deepest player.
I don't think he will be that player.
I want Henderson to be the deepest player.
I think it will be Henderson. Not saying that I want it to be.
Yeah, but what do you want it to be? Like
Henderson sitting.
I think.
And then what I would have is I would have Winks in that central mid. See, this is why I find it really hard to put Maddison in. Because as of right now, Oxlade-Chamberlain's in the form of his life. Oxlade-Chamberlain is I don't understand.
I rate Ox.
He needs a couple more games for me to see it.
But see me, I rate Ox, but I feel like him playing centre mid consistently.
I think he's brilliant in centre mid. I think that should.
I think he's good, but I don't think it's good enough.
I think. Obviously,
you know
his potential was hindered through injuries.
I feel like on the wing he was causing issues.
Yeah. I know, but he's
in midfield is the intelligence you need to have in midfield. It comes with time.
I think
he hasn't had enough time.
I think that's coming. I think I'm seeing small glimpses.
Yeah, but not now.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like you need to see him for a couple more games.
Yo, he needs a season playing every game in midfield.
No, but you know what it is? If, for example, in the Premier League, if he goes the next 5 games and Klopp's giving him the chances and he's playing the same way, then I'll back the whatever.
Yeah, but Klopp doesn't give him the chance, does he? It's not like Klopp's playing him every game. If Klopp plays him every game in midfield, then he can learn, he can improve. But he's not.
I think this will be the season where we see Oxlade-Chamberlain turn into one of them players.
What made you say this? Because you've seen 2 friendlies against Montenegro.
No, but I'm not talking
about. How do you know when we get? Okay, how do you know?
I'm talking against us.
Yeah, but in the league, when has he really played in midfield in the league?
But I can see it.
You can't say that though, because you can't say that because it's all about consistency. It's got to be proven. England want proven players in that position.
Come back to me in a month and then prove it right. And I've never wanted a Liverpool player to do well, but just for the sake of this argument, I believe that Oxlade-Chamberlain.
He can maybe in the future, but it's going to take time. He's got to play there.
That's what I'm saying. We've got to take this into consideration. We've got months until the Euros. Yeah, I think in that time we can see him develop into one of England's best.
I don't think for that to happen, he's got to be playing every game in midfield
and I think he will break that.
I don't think he will because you know why? This is Liverpool's best chance to win the league.
Yeah,
and I don't think they're going to play Ox every game. Yeah, Klopp's going to keep it how it is. Yeah. What he's entrusting because he's trying to win the league.
But I personally think
that's not going to be enough.
Liverpool's midfield is so obviously
Henderson, Fabinho, and Ronaldo.
Right, okay.
And he's gonna.
No, I get you now because I completely forgot about Wijnaldum.
They're interchangeable with Milner that sometimes as well.
Okay, I get you.
You know what I mean?
But I feel like Chamberlain.
And he's nowhere near Wijnaldum in midfield. Nowhere near as good
even
as
still,
Wijnaldum.
if Chamberlain doesn't get that centre mid spot. No, I've backed myself into a corner.
That's what I'm saying.
But I'm going to admit defeat on this.
But you know what it is? Shall I tell you what it is? With Oxlade-Chamberlain, he needs time.
You're consoling me like a child.
Because I understand, obviously, I see Chamber as someone that, in the future can have a spot for England.
I feel like Chamber is just a moments player because I watch him over 90 minutes and it's like he might do 1 or 2 good passes, then he'll have his moment where he'll score bangers.
If he can stay injury-free for them 90 minutes.
Guys, you lot forget, at Arsenal he was played on the wing and he was a problem on the wing for me. I loved him on the wing. He was destroying every fullback for me.
But that's not where he wants to play. You can see that's where he don't want to play. That's not where he wants to play.
But because he wants goals, he wants assists, he wants to be in the mix. You know what I'm trying to say? He knows that there's been times where he's done his thing, he's gone past the defender, he's drilled it in, couldn't get the assist because the striker couldn't score, you know what I mean? And he wasn't getting the highlight he needed. Like at that time, Sterling was getting all the highlights. Remember, Sterling on the wing was getting goals for Liverpool assists, you know what I mean? And them 2 broke out at the same time, so he's thinking, okay, cool. I've been in for a bit, it's not working out, you know what I mean? So he went, no, not with us, with Liverpool.
Yeah, with Liverpool.
Yeah, you know what I mean? So it's like he went to Liverpool, he thought, you know what I mean? Chamber, he's got the technical ability. Second to none.
I don't know. I don't think I'm sold on that.
But he needs time. That's what I'm saying.
Cool. Alright, so
get experience.
I'm gonna take Chamberlain out of this one.
So we were saying Holding. So you lot saying Holding on the 3.
So Henderson,
Holding,
Winks,
I'm saying Winks.
and then I'm gonna say Maddison.
I'd rather even Winks, Holding, and Henderson in front if you want to bring Henderson because I don't like.
Winks is not a holding player.
That's when we play. That's when he plays for us.
I can't.
Even when we play Diamonds, he plays the bottom of the 3.
Okay, but I'm sorry, but I don't see Winks as someone that can control can sit in front of the back foot and can, you know what I mean?
That's what he does.
I think Henderson does a better job at that.
That's what he does. That's exactly what he does.
And he's been doing that for you this season.
That's exactly where he plays. In the Diamond.
Cool. He's been doing that this season for you. And where were you in the table?
Oh, here we go. That's not what we're talking about.
Let's be real.
That's just not what we're talking about.
You've got to use him to the best of his ability. And for me, he's not
I don't think he's a CM in it.
He's a centre mid. He is a centre mid. For me, he's a box-to-box centre mid. He's a box-to-box centre mid. He gets the ball, he looks for runs, he likes to make things happen. He likes to spot the ball.
In that England
he's not a DM.
In that
he's
England
not
squad,
a DM, I refuse to believe.
Henderson sorts that more.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, because Henderson
even if
will run.
It's a rotational
Henderson gets more physical.
It might be a rotational thing.
Winks is a little short lad. Like,
so it's Torreira. Torreira does that.
But Torreira is a fighter.
Torreira is
a fighter. He's a savage.
Savage.
Winks is not someone.
You'll be surprised, bro. Watch him over 90 minutes. You'll be surprised how he gets about.
Brother Tariq, I watched Winks live and on TV.
You'll be surprised. But
I watched the brother.
So we're going Henderson, Winks, and who would you say in the other? Maddison.
What about Grealish? What you want?
Not over Maddison. Not over Maddison.
No, over Winks. Grealish over Winks.
No. I don't think you can have.
He's a better footballer than Winks.
I don't think you can have Maddison and Winks. I don't think you can have Maddison and Grealish like that.
I think they're too similar. I think they're way too similar.
Oh, what about Loftus-Cheek?
Nah. Again, you've got.
Guys, you're forgetting Mason Mount.
Mason
Mount was doing bits this year.
I'm not even sold on him.
Mason Mount is doing bits. No, he's doing bits.
He's doing good for Chelsea, but I don't rate him like that.
How?
I don't rate him like that.
I'm not sold on him.
I don't.
What don't you rate about him?
I just don't see what he offers better than the players that we're putting in midfield.
Okay, let me tell you what Mason Mount is. See me, I like to judge players like on their styles, their ability. You know what I mean? Mason Mount is a guy. He's got that nice low centre of gravity. He's got a good touch on him. You know what I mean? He gets the ball. He moves about quick. He's never. What I like about certain players, and I feel like with young players, especially that come out of the English youth, I feel like it's rare for players to get the ball and move it straight away. A lot of players take time on the ball. With him, his game intelligence. He gets the ball. He moves. He's always looking for the run. You know what I mean? He gets himself into nice spaces. He creates chances. He gets goals. And for him to be doing this in his first season at Chelsea, when Lampard's thrown him in the deep end, and the stats he's getting, him and Tammy. Kudos. He's done more than Barkley. Barkley's done his whole career at Chelsea. And how old's Barkley?
Yeah, but
how much more experience has Barkley?
Yeah, no, I get you.
That just shows you. Mason Mount is someone to watch. I'm telling you.
He's someone to watch, but I'm not sold on him yet.
You gotta be sold on him. You gotta be sold on him.
I don't have to be.
You have to be. Because look
I'm
what
not
Chelsea are doing.
right now. If I was to say I'm sold on Mason Mount, that's me giving blind faith. Because it's like I know what he does, but I don't know if he could do it consistently for a whole season, bro.
But he's doing it right now, though. Right now for Chelsea.
Yeah, bro. It's the only problem I have. Match week what?
Wait, hold on. Did he just score against Kosovo? I swear he just scored against Kosovo.
He scored his first goal. It's possible. It's not
a matter.
Okay.
He's not meant to. He's overachieving. Mason Mount is overachieving.
The only problem
that's facts. He's overachieving.
The problem that I have with putting Mason Mount in the England team is I feel like the only position he can compete with I feel like you need to have that holding DM, you need to have that box to box in Winks, and then you need to have that attacking option in James Maddison.
Yeah, but he can do the box to box.
I don't think he can.
He can do box to box. He's box to box. Is he a
better box to box than Winks?
100%, because he gets more goals in it, doesn't he? Does he not get more assists and more goals?
Box to box.
It is though, box to box, up and down. You know what I mean?
It's not the primary job.
Yeah, but a box to box midfielder is okay. Aaron Ramsey. What's Aaron Ramsey? A box to box centre mid, yeah.
Yeah.
What's his job? Running up, getting goals.
Go box to box. That's the job of a box to box.
But what's box to box? What's their role when they're playing?
Get up and down the pitch.
Get up and down the pitch. Exactly.
Yeah.
So when you're going up,
you don't have to score as a box to box.
But that's the main role. When you're getting up, what are you getting up for? What are you getting up for?
Create opportunities.
To create opportunities and score goals.
Fantastic.
And Mason Mount does that.
Not enough. Not more than
let's look at numbers then. Let's look numbers. Let's look numbers.
Let's not get a number.
No, we're gonna look numbers because I don't feel like he's getting the recognition he deserves right now.
No,
because he's basically playing the same.
I probably worded that wrong, to be honest. I'm not saying I don't rate him at all. I just don't think he's done enough to warrant getting in that starting 11.
This season, 12 appearances, 4 goals, 1 assist.
4 goals, 2 assists.
1.
That's yes, it's 2 assists. It's 2 assists. But again, what I'm saying, I don't think that's enough to warrant the starting place.
No, but not warrant the starting place. But
he should definitely be on the plane. 100%.
Him and Winks, you got to think about that because. What gives Winks that?
Winks
this is the beauty of football. You can have your opinions, but we've gone on for long enough about this midfield.
We're gonna go on Winks.
Front three.
Alright, cool. Winks, no goal. 11 appearances, no goals, no assists.
Bro, you don't score them.
He's got no assists.
Oh, sorry, I thought
he's not meant to score them. That's not his job.
Winks. So what's his job then? Because they're both the same.
Bro, his job is to break up play, give it to Sissoko.
He can't break up play.
That's what he does.
But he doesn't do it well.
Bro, it's
not enough.
He doesn't do it well.
Where are you in the table? Look where you are in the table. It's not enough.
7:30 at night, guys.
It's not enough.
7:30 at night.
Not enough. But then again, we need to talk this club.
But listen, we've gone on long enough about the midfield now. We need to get into the front three. Very obviously.
I'm saying left Rashford, up front Kane, right Sterling.
And I agree 100%. Oh my god, that voice crack was dreadful. I agree 100% with that. I don't think there's any.
What about Rashford up top, Sterling on the left, and Sancho on the right?
Ooh.
You think Gareth Southgate's ever missing out main man, MBE, Harry Kane? No. So we're moving on swiftly.
You never know about that one.
Or Harry Kane, Sterling, Sancho. Nah. I could see him dropping.
I feel like that's what he'll do, but I don't think he.
I'm not saying you can overlook.
I feel like that's what he'll do, but it's like I don't think you can drop Rashford.
Look. Let's be real. Harry Kane will always start.
Regardless,
Sterling.
Because he's England's sweet boy.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying. So he's not going to drop
captain.
Apart from the other
night, think about dropping the captain, by the way.
He's not going to drop Sterling. He's not going to drop Harry Kane. So it's between Sancho and Rashford, and I believe Sancho. It should be Sancho.
I don't know, because do you know what it is? Do you know what it gets over? Sterling will play on the left, and on the right you would take Sancho over Rashford. But if it's on the left,
and my reasoning behind that is Sancho is on fire right now. Like he's not.
Sancho is a baller.
Sancho's a baller, and Marcus Rashford I find fairly inconsistent, and we can't rely on that inconsistency. And he's starting.
Yeah, I know, but you know Rashford is such a baller as well.
Jadon's that bigger baller.
I know, but you know, he's doing it in the Prem.
Sorry,
he's doing it in the Prem.
I'm confident that Sancho could do it in the Prem.
I'm confident as well. But until then,
I don't know if Sancho can do it in the Prem, but let's not get into that because I've got strong views on Sancho.
Well, why can't he do it in the Prem?
Because Sancho, I just think he's one of them players that it's like he's a very good player, as you can see, but the whole doing it in a Prem thing is underrated, bro. I feel like he's the type of player that will come Prem.
I feel like the argument isn't suitable for the Bundesliga because that's still a respectable league. When you look at the likes of the Ligue 1 and the Serie A, that's different. But
I'm saying it's a respectable, but coming to do it in a Prem is not as he's done a couple of skills in the Bundesliga so he can come and do it in a Prem. I don't think it's
look at his stats.
His stats fair enough. Like he's a good player. But I don't think he's gonna come and be the Sancho we've seen in Bundesliga. In Prem. And in Premier, one thing they don't give you is time, bro. Two bad games, the media will be on you straight, bro, and then that will mess you up, and then you're thinking.
Bro, the media will only be on you if you like have some sort of character outside football, you know what I mean? That you're known for and they'll attack you.
The media is on every single player.
Every single player, bro. In the Bundesliga, they might just
look at his stats. We've got
9
16
appearances.
games. What's 9 appearances? That's just Bundesliga.
Oh, so you want to do all competitions now? Yeah. Since the other early on,
no, but this is not the argument. That's not the argument.
Okay,
now Frank got caught up.
We'll do prolific right now. Yeah, we won't be prolific. We'll do all competitions. So he's had 16 appearances. He's had 4 goals and 8 assists.
Bear in mind, this
bro, you're not getting that in the Prem. You're not.
18 or 19.
Bro, you're not getting
last season, 43 appearances, 13 goals and 19 appearances and 19 assists.
He was 17 or 18.
I'm not saying he's doing it in the Bundesliga. Fair enough. I see all his clips on ttgafc. Bro, but
on it, I'm imagining it will be because Sterling will play left. This is for that right wing spot. If you could choose between the two of them,
on the right wing, it will be Sancho. Like if Sterling.
So what's this argument?
No, I'm just saying.
Do you say Sancho? Do you say Sancho?
I haven't chosen yet, but obviously, if I had to choose, I'll take Harry Kane out. I'll put Rashford up front.
But this is his opinion.
It might be. It's
very obvious that
Southgate. It's not what's going to happen, but it's how I would.
It's obvious that Southgate.
It's obvious.
You need to show homage to your captain, yeah.
But he's more than happy to give that captaincy to Henderson if Harry Kane gets dropped.
100%. Give it to Hendo.
He's big Arsenal.
Give it to Hendo, champions of Europe.
Give it Hendo.
No, he knows what it's like to win. Something that Harry Kane doesn't.
Something that the rest of your players.
Have you ever seen Harry Kane win a trophy? Have you seen Harry Kane?
No, don't. If we speak, we're in big trouble. So yeah, all right. So that's
about it. So we're going our front three of. We've agreed on Sterling on the left, Harry Kane up front, Sancho on the right. In midfield, we're going Maddison and Winks, and then Henderson deepest, left back Chilwell, 2 centre backs Maguire and Joe Gomez, right back Trent Alexander-Arnold, and
then goalkeeper Pickford.
The only thing is, obviously, I'm not saying Danny Rose is better than Chilwell because I can't remember.
He'll be on the plane again.
But I definitely feel that Danny Rose is someone that Gareth Southgate would definitely have more faith in Danny Rose than Chilwell, in my opinion, because he knows Danny Rose is that solid left back.
But this is another situation of what we want and what Southgate will do.
It's true.
Knowing Southgate, he probably will put Danny Rose at that left
back.
back.
Chilwell, he's won the Premier League, right?
No, I don't think he broke through fully. I'm not sure. We'll have to check that. We'll check that later. It's not relevant right now, really. But
just a little.
That's cheap.
I get what you mean.
That's cheap.
He said experience. So
that's cheap.
Okay, but is that done?
Yeah, that's
the only one thing that we can talk about. Should Southgate still be manager?
I think he will be because we've been given some easy qualifiers. If we got given Germany, Italy, and Belgium in qualifiers, I think we're looking at a different England manager. But because we keep getting these teams that we can beat 6-0, 7-0, people think he's the man for the job. So I guess Gareth Southgate's at the wheel.
Okay, fair enough, guys.
For me, I have to say, with Gareth Southgate, if they want to win the Euros, I don't know if Southgate's the answer.
Okay, fair enough. We're going to leave this one to you guys.
Do you think Southgate?
Do you think Southgate in, Southgate out? What would your Euro 2020 starting 11 squad be? And without further ado, next topic. Okay, and to end this one off, it's been an interesting episode. A lot of shouting. I'm tired. Let's get over with this. Let's get this over and done with. Our Premier League top 4 predictions. Are we going from 4th to 1st?
First to fourth.
Or first to fourth. Okay, all right. You go first.
As much as
He's going to say Spurs will win the league.
I said that at the beginning of the season.
I know you did. I know you did.
As much as I hate to say it, I do think Liverpool will win the league, and I feel like this season they've just got something. Like, I don't know if Klopp has given them all something to inject, but they just don't know when to lose. And I do think they'll win it. Obviously, City. I do feel like City will come third. First, second. Okay,
sorry. I was about to say. I wonder who's going second.
Third.
This is where it gets
the
really
thing
hard.
is, obviously looking at Leicester and Chelsea, they're positive, but I feel like both of them teams, all it's gonna take is just one Burnley away to just throw them. I think Chelsea have already won.
I completely
I'm just talking
in
theory, innit?
Alright, cool. So let's just go with First, you think Liverpool will win it, yeah?
Yeah.
I think Liverpool win it. You think Liverpool win it?
Liverpool.
Second, City.
Second, I think City.
City.
Cool. So now let's go with third.
Third. I think this is going to be Chelsea.
I think Chelsea might edge it.
I think...
So far, the way it's looking...
It sounds crazy, but Leicester need to be in this conversation, but I don't think they're going to make the top four.
Yeah, I think that...
I actually think they will. I think it's going to be Chelsea.
Do you think...
third.
But the problem with Leicester is, in January, they need to strengthen that squad.
They will, which they will.
They
will be back.
Call me crazy, but they need to strengthen that midfield.
They will be back.
They need some depth in that midfield. They need a Ruben Neves in that midfield. Could you imagine Yuri Tielemans and Ruben Neves in the same midfield? Oh my god! Oh my god!
They're not getting Ruben Neves. Well, the Wolves one, innit?
Yeah, Ruben Neves.
They're not going to get him. Wolves aren't going to sell him.
I'm saying,
but in their midfield, they've already got Tielemans.
Yeah, I'm talking about in terms of
they've got some solid midfield.
I know, but I
don't think they can strengthen that midfield.
They won't strengthen.
Not strengthen, add depth.
They will, I think they'll get wingers.
And they need quality in depth as well. So I'm not talking by some any.
I feel like
Gibbs White or whatnot.
I feel like the only place that will strengthen is their forwards. I feel like they want their midfielders. They're already strengthened. They got Dennis Pratt and.
Dennis Pratt.
So I feel like their midfield, Chowdhury, they're solid there. I feel like it's either their forwards, the strikers, or the wingers.
They've got
Harvey
Barnes, they've got Perez, they've got.
But Harvey Barnes is from the youth. You know what I mean?
You've got to take it.
Harvey Barnes still starts, you know.
Yeah, now he's starting, which is good. Yeah, but January,
Albrighton's there, and Albrighton doesn't get enough credit for what he does for that Leicester squad.
Albrighton is good.
He's like
under Brendan Rodgers, it's a new regime now. You know what I mean?
No,
so I wouldn't be shocked if Rodgers goes January and gets a player that he wants.
No, I agree. So,
but I feel like
are you going Leicester third?
No. I want to go Chelsea third and Leicester fourth.
Wow.
Well, okay, just for this video's sake, fifth and sixth. Who do you think gets fifth and sixth?
So we're going.
I think we'll get fifth.
And then Tottenham sixth.
Tottenham or United out sixth.
No. All right. Let's get on to our top. Let's stay on the top four first because that's the topic. So, Man City first. No. Liverpool first. Liverpool second. City second. I'm going Chelsea third personally, and then fourth. I'm gonna have to keep the confidence, otherwise I'm gonna go insane. I'm gonna go Arsenal fourth.
Yeah, that's what I think Tottenham will go.
Bro, and the problem, I'll be honest with you. I think this year we might have to go for Europa League again because with the way things are going with Unai Emery right now, and there's no signs of us getting a new manager. Right now, it doesn't look like we're getting top four. And when November going to Christmas,
I think we'll pull some out.
I don't know how we're going to do it. I've looked at our December fixtures.
Same thing with Leicester. January is crucial.
But I've looked at our December fixtures.
I know it's peak.
Oh my god.
City,
I think that's
going to... We got Chelsea and United in quick succession. We've got City. That's a few days after my 18th birthday. I'm going to have the best day of my life on one night and on my birthday, and then a couple of days later we're going to get battered by City. Wow.
We're going to Everton away on my birthday.
Yeah, I get what you mean, but I think again January is going to be crucial for us.
December's going to be mad.
Yeah,
that's why I think
that could be. To be honest, if it all goes, because we could potentially put it this way, we could potentially lose. Worst case scenario, we lose to Manchester United, Chelsea. Manchester United's not December, but it's January 1st. Worst case scenario, we lose to Manchester United, we lose to City, we lose to Chelsea. That's 9 points dropped already. It's gonna be a sticky month for us.
It's gonna be a very sticky month. It's gonna have to be Europa League. I'm seriously.
But that is my top four. If we're
it's gonna have to be Europa League.
If we're going into top six, it's a different question. I think Tottenham come fifth and Leicester come sixth. I think Man United are dropping out.
The thing is, right now, United are booky in it because it's like
United.
Now, like Pogba's gonna come back. You know, they might have a little bit of a boost and that, but I don't know with United.
And they sort of always have that at some point in the season. But do you think I can't see it happening on Lee Farley. I think he'll go before Christmas.
Oh, I don't know.
I think he'll go before Christmas. Yeah.
I don't think so.
After this international break, they're going to be gassed up about, we've had our international break, we're refreshed, they're going to get popped 4-0 on the first day. Watch.
Who they play?
I don't know, I'm just guessing. I'm just saying this might happen. Could you imagine? Could you actually imagine if Manchester United felt like refreshed from international break and get popped 4-0 on the return? Could you imagine?
But to be fair, if we look at their fixtures, they've got some.
That's just me. That could only.
Okay, cool. Look, so they've got Sheffield United away, Man United.
It's a tricky match.
Tottenham
have seen that. We've seen that.
Villa at home.
We definitely saw that. Villa at home.
Villa decent though.
That's what I'm saying.
We just might beat them.
They could underestimate Aston Villa.
Then they've got Spurs at Old Trafford. Ooh.
I remember Old Trafford last year.
See, look, this is the games I'm talking about.
Then they've got City away.
One after the other. Worst case scenario, they draw to Sheffield. I think this is what's going to happen. They're going to draw to Sheffield. We'll get rid of the Astana game. They'll scrape one against Villa. They'll draw against Tottenham, and then they'll get battered by City, and Solskjaer will be sacked. That's what I think is going to happen personally.
Then they've got Everton at home.
But I think Solskjaer will be sacked
before them.
I think Solskjaer will be sacked before them, personally.
Wait, you think Solskjaer's getting sacked before Emery?
Huh?
You think Solskjaer's getting sacked before Emery?
If I speak,
because I'm sure that
if I speak, I'm in big trouble.
Because I'm sure you some of your representatives came and said like they're happy with Emery. They think he's the guy to take you forward. I'm sure I saw reports of that.
Yeah, but you know that's all like
paper talk.
Paper talk. Let's be real. No one knows.
But I'm honestly Emery, and I think he's the guy to take Arsenal forward.
Of course, you.
Every time when they're playing, I see his vision. I understand his subs. Everything just makes sense.
Pochettino is one of the best managers in the world.
He is.
How Spurs can say he got to go is a joke. He's got to stay there.
Listen.
He took them to their first ever Champions League final.
Yeah, he did.
Pochettino in.
I'm Pochettino as well.
Listen. We've got to wrap this up. Let's just read out your top 4.
My top 4 is Liverpool winning, City next. I'll say Chelsea third and Tottenham fourth.
Okay, Livs.
Liverpool first, City second, Chelsea third, Leicester fourth.
So we're pretty much all in agreement apart from 4th place, really, because I think it's going to be Liverpool first, City second, Chelsea third, and Arsenal fourth. Please don't let me down. Please.
Even though they let me down so many times. They let me down last year in the final against Chelsea.
I was a broken man. Let's not talk.
I was a broken man.
Whacked up. I remember
leading up to 30 seconds.
Leading up to that year, I remember you lot were giving it the smack.
Oh no, I'm not going to deny it. I don't know what happened. I was giving it smack talk. I was giving it smack. I'm sure you was giving it smack talk.
Hey.
Troops was giving it smack talk.
Hey. At least we scored in the European final.
I'd rather lose 2-0 than lose 4-1.
I love you. I actually love you.
I'd rather lose 2-0 than lose 4-1.
I had to get that.
You lot got embarrassed live.
You went to your first ever Champions League final. You didn't see your team score.
In 30 seconds. In 30
seconds you lost.
Yeah. Cheated.
What did Harry Kane do? He tried to celebrate when they knocked out Ajax. Tried to run across the pitch.
I know.
You weren't injured.
But we've sorted our top 4, and that's that.
Alright guys, that's it. Hope you enjoyed the episode. It was a nice episode.
It was.
Thanks to my boy Liv for coming down.
Thank you. Much appreciated, guys.
No worries, man.
Frank's going to put our socials all down below.
Right there.
In the comments, make sure you tell us what you want us to do, where you want us to do an episode, whether you want me and Frank to do some challenges, some pranks, some
Arsenal
live
Tottenham
videos. Tell us what you enjoyed about this, who you want on the show as well. And yeah.
That's it. Signing out. My name's Frank.
My name's Tariq.
My name's Livs.
See you guys later.
See you later.
Peace.